Good evening. How are the ladies doing?
Good evening, Didi. Good. Thank you for.
Hi,
Yeah,
good evening.
good evening, good evening. How is my Denmark?
थोड़ा ठंडा है बट हाँ क्रिसमस की तैयारियां शुरू हो चुकी हैं।
Okay.
और
सुना है अभी
हस्बैंड
सिंगल
कैसे?
डिजिट जा रहा है ना, सिंगल डिजिट जा रहा है, मैंने सुना है। पन्ना बोल रहे थे।
हाँ,
हाँ, कुछ दिनों
कैसे हैं
से।
आप? कैसे हैं?
या आई एम गुड, बट अकेले रिदान यहाँ पे उसको स्कूल में सेटल करना एंड एवरीथिंग, बट इट्स अ लर्निंग फॉर मी, यू नो।
ये
और
लर्निंग।
बहुत कुछ स्कूल में सेटल करो तो एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर एक्टिविटीज। पहले उसने बोला स्विमिंग करना है मम्मा, तो स्विमिंग कॉस्ट्यूम खरीदा। उसके बाद उसने बोला नहीं मम्मा, मुझे स्विमिंग नहीं करना है, मुझे स्केटिंग सीखना है। फिर 10K खर्चा करके मैंने उसके लिए स्केटिंग वो खरीदा। तो कुछ ना कुछ चल रहा है। एंड या इट्स डिफिकल्ट स्पेशली अभी। और ऊपर से ना वो लाइक नॉर्मली ही इज अ ममाज बॉय, तो उसको मम्मा
हम्म
चाहिए। और मम्मा इज शी इज राइट, शी इज ऑलवेज राइट। फॉर रिदान इट्स
हम्म
लाइक दैट, मम्मा इज ऑलवेज राइट। तो मम्मा सैड होती है तो वो भी सैड हो जाता है। इट्स लाइक दैट, आवर इमोशंस जस्ट चेंज विद ईच अदर। बट अभी
हम्म
उसको दो, अभी पापा नहीं है, तो आई कैन नाउ सी द काइंड ऑफ सैडनेस ही हैज। ही इज मिसिंग हिज पापा वेरी मच।
चलेगा ना, अभी तो एकदम बहुत ज्यादा टाइम भी नहीं हुआ है।
हम्म।
अभी
इसीलिए बोलता
कैसे
है।
उसके पापा कैसे हैं? ठीक है।
या तो पता था ना उसको पॉक्स हुआ था। तो
हाँ
अकेले
हाँ
अकेले उसको पॉक्स हो गया, सोचो। तो मैं
हाँ, वही
जितने दिन
ना।
थी कुछ नहीं हुआ, अभी मैं आ गई उसको पॉक्स हुआ। ओके।
हम्म
तो हाँ, बट he's managing Meenakshi. Actually, Meenakshi and her family took care of him very well.
हम्म
अभी ठीक है, and now he's settling.
ओके।
Okay. So,
हम्म
yes, welcome, Momita. Hi, everybody.
Hello everyone. How are you doing, Didi?
Yeah, you heard me. I'm running around.
I'm planning to meet you next weekend.
Come over. Come over. I'll
Yeah,
be very
I'll
happy.
call you. I'll certainly give you a
I'll
call.
I'll feel at home here. यहाँ पे you feel like suddenly आए और बहुत सारे like there are so many things happening. Like last week there was a birthday party. Like यहाँ पे दुर्गा पूजा का यहाँ पे भी एक committee है जहाँ पे we were very much involved. And all the ladies, they celebrate each other's birthday party. All the ladies go to their house. And मैं जब गई ना वहां से वापस आने के बाद विपाशा and अभिलाषा, I really missed you guys so much. I thought I'm missing my friends of Denmark.
Thank you so much, Didi. We're missing you so much. Yesterday we went to the Meenakshi's and Deepa Bodhi. They arranged a Damodar program.
Yes, that
We
program.
missed you a lot there. And Dada, I didn't see Dada. He didn't
Ah,
came
he's
yesterday home.
recovering na. He cannot come out na. From Monday, I think he will come out from home.
Okay, but
Abhi bhi he's
yeah.
on house arrest. So
टाइमिंग भी
he's
आपका ऐसा था ना जाने का वहां पे,
हाँ
तो
क्या?
सारा सारा फंक्शन वगैरह यहाँ से एकदम बीच में छोड़ के जाना पड़ा ना।
कहाँ का
दुर्गा
फंक्शन?
पूजा और
नहीं,
डेनमार्क में
फंक्शन
दुर्गा
तो
पूजा
आई
और ये।
फिनिश्ड माय फंक्शन ना। आई डिड माय, यू शुड सी माय यूट्यूब। आई पोस्टेड दोस आवर डांस वीडियोस एंड ऑल दोस थिंग्स इन माय यूट्यूब. अभी
ओके,
completed, I
मैंने नहीं
finished.
देखा। हाँ, ओके
And then
ओके।
I came. But it's just that
हम्म
you miss home. No, Joita and Momita will make me feel home here. What do you say, Joita? You live so nearby, Joita. এখনো আসোনি দেখা করতে. Is she there or not? She has just got it and I think left somewhere. Momita, you come, okay? I'll be very
Ekdom,
happy to
ekdom.
see you.
Yeah, I'll call you. I'll call you like sometime this week.
Okay. Okay. So let's move on. Okay. Let's move on. It's a very, very interesting topic. It's a very interactive session. It is going to be a very interactive session as well because it's a very interesting topic. The topic is family constellation. Okay. So, family constellation, inner child. These are the two things I'm extremely grateful to Dr. Newton for, for introducing me to these subjects. Okay, that's why I say, he's at one level. Okay, and like there were many challenges in my life which I was going through and I was unable to overcome. And my issues with my parents, as for example. Okay, I used to think that my mother doesn't love me enough. Okay, I think she loves my brother more than me. Okay, ये तो बहुतों में होता है ना, sibling rivalry and all these things, that you think that your parents love the other sibling more than you and you feel very sad. These were the issues I had in childhood. We were brought up in a joint family, and there were many challenges in terms of, there were so much fun at the same time. The parents are, when in a joint family, the parents cannot be all the time around you to protect you. Okay, तो जो कजिन्स होते हैं ना, वो आपको, बड़े वाले कजिन्स आपको बुली करेंगे, पीटेंगे, मारेंगे, और आपको प्यार भी करेंगे बहुत ज्यादा। आपको कोई बाहर का वाला मारे तो वो फिर आ जाएंगे। बट क्या होता है, तब उस टाइम में हमें इतना कुछ समझ में नहीं आता कि हमारे कजिन्स हमें इतना प्यार करते हैं। वी ओनली रिमेम्बर्ड दोस ट्रॉमास व्हाट हैपेंड विद अस ड्यूरिंग दैट टाइम। So, I had this also this trauma that, my parents are not there to protect me. They could never protect me. I went through so much and they were not there. So there were many all these things, and that's why there was, jitna bhi main koshish karti to go close to my parents, my father and my mother, I couldn't go that close to them. I could feel there is a gap between me and my my mother and my father. That's when I got introduced to this beautiful organization called QLU, and there I learned all these, family constellation, inner child, past life regression, and that has really healed me. you know अभी ऐसा है कि, my mother, I accept her just the way she is. I accept my father just the way he is. There is so much love between us. Recently, when I went to Madurai, my brother knows, दीदी तो पता नहीं वो spiritual trip के लिए कहाँ कहाँ दौड़ेगी अकेली अकेली. So my brother was very concerned about me, and he made sure. I said, I told my brother from Denmark that please book a ticket for me from Madurai to Rameshwaram, and I just ordered him, and I ordered him book a ticket for me from Madurai to this ashram, that Agathya ashram. So that he did, because I went once there, so he now feels that it's a safe place. But Rameshwaram, he was feeling very unsafe. I also didn't have very close relationship with my brother as well, because my brother is a total opposite. Bilkul chupchap. My brother and my father, they do not talk at all. They are so calm and quiet people. Okay, I'm also a very calm and quiet person. I have become nowadays, but still, I cannot match with them. Okay, that's why I could feel that there was even if there was love between me and my brother, but there was no expression of love. We could not express that how much we love each other. After this family constellation, after doing all these healings and therapies of family constellation and inner child, there's so much harmony between me, my brother, my parents. So he this time, that's what I'm giving you an example, my own example, that he made sure that Didi will not go alone to this Rameshwaram. So the whole family, just for my spiritual trip, the whole family went with me, and they didn't go. They were sleeping in the hotel. But I, from 4 o'clock, was in the temple meditating, doing all those. There are 22 kunds and all these, you have to go for some snans and all. I was doing all those things, because I feel it's a very high energy place. I take it that way. And, let me transform, let me, release a lot of karmas if I can. So this is my personal experience of, when we understand the science of family constellation, when we understand the science of inner child, your life really transforms for the better. Not just that, Mata Lakshmi, she in the book The Thousand Seeds of Joy, okay, there is a book called Thousand Seeds of Joy. it's a book of channeling by Mata Lakshmi and Mata Saraswati and all the goddesses, powerful goddesses. Okay. There, and you can understand that the book is correct because there she says the moment you start reading the book, you will see the energies shifting in your life. And very strangely, friends, I really suggest that you read the book, The Thousand Seeds of Joy, because the moment I started reading that book, I was, my joy level, the book name is Thousand Seeds of Joy, and my joy level went to another level. Okay. There, Mata Lakshmi talks about that, normal, the spiritual journey is slow, and we are always transforming, but it is not that fast sometimes even when we want to overcome some issues, they are stuck. That's when these inner child therapies, family constellations, they really help us to open up so that we can fasten our enlightenment journey also. Okay. So that's why these therapies are are very, very powerful. So sometimes, even if you don't do therapies, if you learn the science, you can do it on your own and you can, transform your life. So today, what I'm going to touch is the science of family constellation. Okay. Family constellation is that kind of science where it talks about bringing love into order. Okay. The final aim of everything that we do in spirituality is to bring us back to love, is to bring us back to love. Okay. Love should be the goal. If we are hating somebody, bringing us back to love. If we cannot forgive somebody, bringing us back to love. And family constellation is that science jahan pe itna beautiful science hai, friends. When today I cannot share the whole of it. It's such a beautiful science वहां पे जहाँ पे बोलते हैं कि include everybody, include even the person. Sometimes we have these judgments, right? मेरे फैमिली में कोई रेपिस्ट था तो हम उनको एक्सक्लूड कर दिए कि ये आदमी बुरा है, उसको हम निकाल दे रहे हैं अपने जीवन से. Okay. And or somebody was a fraud in the family and the whole family had to suffer, so we say that we are going to reject this person, he is no longer in the family. But family constellation says that everybody has the right to be in the family. Okay. And like last time, Momita and Rebecca, they were there. So we were also discussing sometimes that nowadays the family, the marriage and all these things, this institution, many people do not want to follow these because it has become very, it is not that pious anymore. Okay. So even if you are not officially in a family constellation, but if you are energetically in a constellation, like two people have decided that we are family from now onwards, even if you're not married, we are partners, we are family from now onwards, this science will also apply there. Okay, because it's a constellation, they have made it, and that's an energy. Finally kya hai, it's nothing but energies coming together. Okay. So here so now we will be talking about a law in family constellation, which is called the sacred orders of love in a family constellation. There are some orders that needs to be followed in a family. Okay. If it is not followed, you will see that you will have issues in the family or in that energy or in the constellation of the partners. Okay. You will surely have issues. Okay. So first is the right to belong. Okay. So here it says that everybody who is born in a family has the right to belong in that family. Okay. As sometime back only I said this, I gave the same example. Rapist ho, koi fraud ho, koi mama, kuch bhi kare, whatever that is, that person has the right to belong in the family, and we have to give that person a place in the family. Okay. At least in our heart. You guys are here. So for you, the family constellation starts with you. You will place. So now think about, I'll just the first point, and we will do that. Okay. We will do a little bit of a small process. So everyone who is born or conceived into a family system has a rightful place, the right of belonging. Okay. No one, regardless of deed, may be excluded. Regardless of deed, whatever they have done, that person cannot be excluded. All those who are excluded, disrespected, not honored, are spoken or exerted pressure on the family system needs to be acknowledged. Okay? क्या होता है जिसको भी हम लोग ना एक्सक्लूड कर देते हैं फैमिली से, या फिर उसके बारे में हम लोग बात नहीं करते हैं, या फिर हम लोग उसको हेट करने लगते हैं, तो रिजेक्ट करने लगते हैं, क्या करते हैं उसका ही एनर्जी, उस आदमी का एनर्जी, वो जिंदा हो या ना हो, अगेन रिमेंबर दैट पर्सन माइट बी डेड, that person must be a it might be a ancestor, it might not be alive, still that person's energy will affect the family system में पंगा करेगा ही करेगा. So Panna, after a long time he has joined. I don't know why he has joined, but Panna, if you don't mind, I want to share about your family. That there is one problem. What happened is, some many years back, okay, his family, Panna, my husband's family, he lost his brother. His brother, he was, I think, 19, and he committed suicide. Okay, and Panna was 18 at that time. Okay, and that's when his brother committed suicide. It was so shocking that the whole family, they still till now do not speak about him, except my mother-in-law. Nobody speaks uh, uh, him. Okay, there's not even any portrait in the wall. Okay, the कोई portrait नहीं है, कुछ नहीं है घर पे, in my in-laws place. Okay, and we were said that when we reject somebody's energy, and in this way the person is not bad, nothing, but the pain was so much. They felt so rejected. Sometimes when suicide happens, there is so much pain in the family. There is so much, they feel that this boy, he rejected us. He did not believe in us, that we can listen to him, we can take care of him, and he took his life. So deep down they go through a lot. The other family members also, they go through a lot of trauma. Okay, lot of trauma. They don't want to speak, they don't want to speak about it. But kya hota hai is that, if the whole family tries to suppress that person's energy, it comes out again in maybe the next, the successor, one of the successor will take the lead. I'll give you an example. We had a borderline, Panna had a cousin who was borderline mentally retarded. Okay, his name was Prem, and he was such a loving person because he was borderline. He would love everybody. He was so, he was so loving. Everybody in the family loved him. It's only his only problem was that he could not study. His brain was not ready to grab knowledge and all these things. But in other things, in love, in understanding others' pain, he was very good. But during COVID, he he predicted 2 months back. So this brother of Panna died at the age of 19, and this his nephew, he was 15, about to be 16, when he predicted 2 months back that he will die. He used to write in the walls the date also when he's going to die. He used to write 14, 15, 16, 14, 15, 16. He used to write in all the walls. And exactly, I think in 2020 or 20, yeah, 2020, 21, May 13th or 14th, he died. It was because of COVID, but he was telling everyone beforehand that he's going to die. This is how energies work, friends. Did you get it? If the energy is not sorted, somebody in the family will again pick up. Maybe this time he did not commit suicide, but he chose and he said, I'm going to die, I'm going to die, I'm going to die in this state. Okay? The person will keep following. That's why we should, so in our heart, we have to accept everybody in the family, irrespective of what that person has done. Okay? Can you relate to it in your family? Anybody wants to share anything which they can relate to this concept? If not dying, but something that you have, sometimes what happens is that Um, what example should I give?
Can I share something, Didi?
Yeah, tell me.
Yeah. So just now you said no that like in a family constellation, each and every person, irrespective of the fact that like might not be a good person according to the society or whatsoever, belongs to the family, and we should accept him or her, right?
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
in my family, like I just want to share, the person is still alive. Okay, I mean
Hmm.
I mean is quite old now. Okay,
Okay.
and like I don't know whether he is still that or he or I mean, but what we have experienced or what we have felt about him is that
Hmm. Yeah, you can
uh,
continue, Mohit.
yeah, he has been a pedo.
Pedophile.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So after knowing this fact, you
Hmm.
tell me that how can I mean, like, forgive that
So if
person?
you don't do it, I'll give you an
Uh,
example. I will give you an example. We were taking Dr. Newton's class, and it's but I need to share here, okay? Because it's a little like not out of place, but still I have to share. It's so important.
mm,
Um, there was this lady. She was sharing that she feels extremely horny. Okay, she was sharing this, and I'm so grateful that Dr. Newton and Dr. Lakshmi, they offer a place where there is no judgment, and you can share anything you feel like. Okay, and she says that I feel extremely horny, and I cannot control myself. I am all the time horny. Okay, and Dr. Newton spoke to her and tried to understand, and she said that there was one uncle who was a very, he was very pervert, and everybody hated him, including her. Okay, and because they have hated him, and she also hates him so much, she has taken in the energy, sexual energy of being horniness, to understand what feels. A pervert also becomes a pervert because the person might be very has nothing, no control over him. Okay, and when there was a process where she was asked to accept, not say, "Okay, you are doing right and wrong, we are not here, it's not right, we all know it's not right," but still accepting the person just the way he is. And that's when she was able to release this problem that she had. Okay, so anybody, so it will put a pressure. Anything we reject, whatever we resist persists, right? So anything we resist or we
so
reject, it is going to persist.
yeah,
It will
so
come up.
yeah, agree with you, like, what you said. So after knowing this fact, like, how can I, I mean, resume my respect for that person that, like, he
There are
has been a pedo.
processes, Momita. Maybe when you can meet me one on one, where I can help you do a process to resume the respect.
Mm.
Okay, it doesn't come. That's why we do processes in therapies, right? To help us, through meditate, and just by simple meditation, give me a way to really forgive or accept him. The meditation will also show you a way. Okay, sometimes what happens is that people who are rapists, they were actually in during childhood, they somewhere or the other, they were physically abused, if not in this life, past life. हम वही करते हैं ना, हमको जो मिलता है बहुत बार, राइट? तो हमको बहुत कुछ पता नहीं है, दैट्स व्हाई बोलते हैं ना कि पूरा स्टोरी समझो, उस आदमी का पास्ट क्या था, उसका पास्ट लाइफ्स क्या थे, उसमें शायद वो भी बहुत बार ही वाज अ विक्टिम. So but if it all doesn't happen, first is meditation. In meditation, asking for, to help to accept that person. And otherwise, if at all doesn't come, reach out to me, I will help you with processes. Okay. Can we move on to the next?
Yeah,
Momita, are you
sure.
clear?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So, and another thing I'm telling you, if you don't do it, okay, what happens? I'm giving an example. People who have go through these kind of rejections when they don't accept, especially again with suicides, I have seen. Or a dysfunctional family. The whole family becomes dysfunctional if the suicide is not accepted in the family. One will go into depression, another will go into split personality, another will go into unpredictable behavior. Okay? So that is what they have not accepted that person's death. So many in my in-laws family are like that because they have not accepted that person's death. They have not accepted that. So so they are so dysfunctional in so many ways. Okay, so in many other ways also, like if you don't accept somebody's even habit, you dysfunctional in terms of you will start becoming horny. You will start becoming, maybe if not you, you will attract a husband who is a pedophile. Okay, or you will give birth to a son who might grow up and become a pedophile. Did you get it? This is what happens when we suppress any energy and we don't accept it. It turns to something else. Okay, then point two. Right to their own fate. This is the second law, order of love. Family constellation, second order of love is right to their own fate. Okay. So when this is again a process when somebody dies, okay, and we don't accept their death, or if some, not just death, anything that happens in the family and we don't accept, we become restless to save them, or we become very angry. Why did that happen? I want to change this. Why this should not have happened? And we feel like it is my responsibility to make sure that I change the situation. तब क्या होता है? तब भी problems होते हैं. Okay, if there is an early death in the family, or even if late death also, and we are not able to accept somebody's death, right to their own fate. This is the heading, right to their own fate. इसमें बहुत कुछ आ सकता है. Death आ सकता है, you know, like the whole business when collapses somebody, we also might take the same fate. I'll give you examples. So what happens is that this person dies and somebody does not accept that person, maybe your father or the mother, he or she dies and the person does not accept. आपने कभी कभी देखा है? Have you observed? Give me a thumbs up if you have observed. कभी कभी हम लोग उसको ना बोलते हैं कि कुछ तो हुआ है, हम लोग उस ठीक टाइम पे पूजा नहीं की एंड एवरीथिंग. कभी कभी हुआ है कि एक भाई मरा है, उसके कुछ दिनों बाद ही नेक्स्ट भाई मर गया, एक साल के अंदर ही कोई और मर गया, और उसका बेटा भी मर गया. हैव यू सीन समथिंग लाइक दैट? हैव यू ऑब्जर्व? गिव मी अ थम्स अप. होता है ना? होता है कि नहीं होता है? हमने बहुत बार देखा है. या विपाशा इज सेइंग यस. यस, कभी कभी होता है कि वो श्राद्ध भी नहीं हुआ. आई हैव सीन एग्जांपल्स, श्राद्ध भी नहीं हुआ, श्राद्ध के दिन दूसरा वाला भाई गुजर गया. Okay, so why this happens? There might be many reasons. One of the reason is that deep down that the other brother was not ready to accept the other brother's fate. That it was his fate to die. He chose this time to leave the body. Okay, and he says, I will follow you. Deep down, unconsciously भी हम लोग करते हैं. Unconsciously, पता भी नहीं कि अनकॉन्शियसली मैं बोल रही हूँ कि मैं तुम्हें फॉलो करूंगी मम्मा या पापा या फिर भाई, and they die because they are not able to accept that person's fate. They want to follow the same fate. Okay, another thing that happens is that कभी कभी फैमिली में या फिर एंसेस्टर्स में भी अगर आप देखना कि एंसेस्टर्स में कभी कभी somebody has lost all the money. Okay, or even in your family you have seen that someone, or in one of your family members, they have lost all the money. Okay, and deep down you will say that I will also lose. There is so much of loyalty in families, deep down these are called unconscious loyalties. There are such deep loyalties in family कि हम ना उनका नेगेटिव कर्मा भी खुद पे बोलते कि हम भी आपके जैसा ही बनेंगे. I have like thankfully, like, my side, my father, my brother, we are all touch wood doing well. Okay. But I have a few of my cousin who are not doing well. Okay. I remembered, and I was struggling to have my own financial freedom, my own freedom. Okay, my own freedom. I'm not talking about the family freedom. I'm talking about my own financial freedom. Okay. Whenever Dr. Preeti used to do my therapies, most of the time she would find that I'm so attached to my cousin, that cousin. I love him so much that I tell him I'm going to follow you. You are suffering with money. I will also not have my own financial freedom. Okay. This is how deep unconscious family loyalties can go. Please, when I'm saying this, just try to see, that where am I also doing all these things? You know, I had this tendency, and I really worked, Dr. Preeti, when during therapies and even during my meditations, once I've realized, oh, I have such unconscious loyalty towards my cousin, then, I started working, on myself. So this is how in this there are processes. I cannot do all the processes today, friend, because it will be a long process. This is also a process. There is also a process where I say that it is your fate, in your honor I choose to live differently. So if you have any issues, you can reach out to me one-on-one, and we will do processes like that. Okay. Then the third point comes, and it so even in right to one's fate also. Sorry, I'm still continuing in the second point. Okay. Right to one's fate also is like, sometimes what happens when a child is in the tummy, पेट में है और मम्मी बहुत पेन से जा रहा है. ओके. और जा रही है, इन-लॉज विन-लॉज बहुत कुछ होते हैं ना, एंड बहुत पेन से लाइक जा रही है, वो तो बच्चा क्या बोलते हैं कि मम्मी आप सफर कर रहे हो, दिस इज अनकॉन्शियस लॉयल्टी, कि वो पेट में है, उसको कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, फिर भी वो अनकॉन्शियसली उसको मम्मी का दर्द समझ में आ जाता है. इन विट्रो बोलते हैं, इन विट्रो. ओके. एंड वहां पे वो बोलते हैं मम्मी आप जो दर्द से जा रहे हो, मैं भी वैसे ही दर्द से जाऊंगा, आपको मैं देख के रखूंगा, डोंट वरी, मैं आपको हमेशा आपको देख के रखूंगा. वहां से वो स्टार्ट करता है तब ना. एंड ममा's boy is not a very good thing. In family constellation we should break, these are called entanglements, we should break those. मेरा बेटा मुझसे बहुत अटैच्ड है, वो आफ्टर 12 आई विल डू सम प्रोसेसेस ऑन हिम वेयर आई वांट टू ब्रेक दैट, इवन दैट काइंड ऑफ अटैचमेंट. मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है कि वो मुझसे बहुत प्यार करता है एंड ही इज क्रेजी अबाउट मी, but it will harm his future, friends. ऐसे बच्चे कभी कभी they cannot be loyal to their girlfriends because they are so loyal to their mother, they cannot be loyal to their girlfriends. Okay. So these are the challenges that come. Okay. Also ऐसे बच्चे क्या होता है, not always, but there are times when when the kid sees that the father is not very, the father has not been very, जो पापा का को जो करना चाहिए वो नहीं कर रहा है वो पापा, तो वो बच्चा बोलता है कि मम्मी मैं पापा का जगह ले लूंगा, आई विल टेक द प्लेस ऑफ द फादर, आई विल टेक केयर ऑफ यू. Okay. This can also happen. Just see, there are so many points, I'm giving you so many points, just see what, whether anything is applying to you or not. Okay. So so then again these attachments should be released. Okay. Then 3, reciprocity, balance, or exchange. So the third point, it is also a very important point. We are either so I'm not always saying family, because we spoke once, Rebecca and Momita were there and said we do not believe in in the marriage institution anymore. Let there be just partners, and so I'm talking about everything, any energy where men and women, masculine and feminine comes together, it's a constellation. Okay. So I'm talking here reciprocity between the men and the women. Okay. So यहाँ पे क्या होता है, even in the family also there has to be a particular reciprocity, देना लेना equally होना चाहिए. कभी भी हम अगर बहुत ज्यादा दे दिए उसमें imbalance आ जाता है, और किसी ने नहीं दिया है उसमें imbalance आ जाता है. Okay, friends. Yes, check whatever I'm saying, check. And in meditation, try to release all these things. Work on yourself. Okay. over and यहाँ पे it's a very important point, friends. What I want to share is that here I want to bring this the topic of when there is this concept in family constellation that the women follows the men serves. Okay, विमेन फॉलो करती है. आपने देखा है कि मेन जहां पे जाता है, पार्टनर्स हो या हस्बैंड वाइफ हो, वो पार्टनर, वो द मैस्कुलिन वाला, वो जहां पे भी जाएगा तो वुमेन वो फॉलो करेगी उसको. ओके, बिकॉज वो फॉलो करेगी, वो सब कुछ छोड़ के आपके पास आ रही है. ओके, it is according to energy of family constellation, the order is correct or the order stays well only when the masculine serves the women. ओके, बट प्रॉब्लम क्या है कि हमारा स्पेशली इंडियन बोलो क्या बाहर भी बोलो, आई हैव स्टेड अब्रॉड एंड आई हैव स्टिल सीन दैट द मैस्कुलिन पैट्रिकल सोसाइटी इज सो, इट इज सो, अभी भी ना वो नहीं गया है अभी भी. इवन हम बोलते इंडिया में, बाहर में भी आई हैव स्पोकन टू मेनी एंड आई हैव सीन के the men are still in that masculine patriarchal where they feel very superior, where they want to be served, the king, the school. And if somebody feels like a king and he feels that everybody is serving him, everybody is serving him, he thinks the queen should also serve him. But in constellation, the man serves, the queen follows. What happens, आपने देखा है, आप लोग खुद के लाइफ में भी आप देखो, हम लोग कितना कुछ छोड़ के एनर्जेटिकली, जस्ट एनर्जेटिकली सोचो कि हम किसी आदमी के साथ रहना चाहते हैं, डिसाइड कर लिया है कि लाइफ लॉन्ग अभी मेरे एनर्जीज इस आदमी के साथ होगा. ओके, आई हैव डिसाइडेड. उसके लिए हम कितना कुछ करते हैं, सब कुछ छोड़ के, सब कुछ छोड़ के. इट्स ऑलमोस्ट लाइक 7 सीज पार करके एग्जाम्पल, क्या हम सब कुछ छोड़ के, सब कुछ स्टेक पे लगा के हम पहुंचते हैं उस उस आदमी के पास. ओके, एंड देन आप वहां पे देखते हो कि you are and that person is also very insecure. Okay, it's a new constellation because she's not only accepting the man, she's also accepting everybody who belongs to the man as well. you know the mother-in-laws, the sister-in-laws, and all the other things. She is so, she wants that when she leaves everything and she runs, that means she has already decided somewhere that I want to be with this man. And she goes and she expects ke, at least I want some security from this man, that at least can I get the security that the man will love me forever, or care for me forever, will make sure that I'm safe. There's so much politics happening in the constellation, right? The mother-in-law, sister-in-law, kitna kuch hai. She's only expecting ki now can I feel some safety from the men, where the men will tell me that I am there, don't worry, if anything happens I will be there to take care of you. Okay, but most of the time इंडियन, ज्यादातर टाइम कॉन्स्टलेशन में प्रॉब्लम्स तब होते हैं because where the man does not serve. The woman has done her bit, she has followed and done everything, the man has forgotten to serve. ओके, एंड स्पेशली इन, अभी तो फिर भी बहुत चेंज हो रहा है, राइट? अभी आजकल मेन किचन में भी जाते हैं, कितना कुछ करते हैं, कितना सपोर्ट करते हैं, बट फिर भी कहीं ना कहीं अगर रह गया है, सी हाउ द कॉन्स्टलेशन इज क्रिएटिंग सो मच ऑफ इश्यूज. ओके, सो देन वी women अभी अभी ये मत करो कि घर में अभी हस्बैंड के साथ लड़ाई मत करो कि मुझे सर्व क्यों नहीं करते हो. Okay, try to become the queen, try to love yourself more, things will happen on your own. In my family, especially my son, and my son is like, even if I don't want, I don't say that he has to serve, but like I'm really grateful in many ways where I really feel I'm served, I'm really served. When I have my periods, these people are on their toes to make sure I have I have my these hot water bags, and I have my cozy blankets and everything. So I was missing, especially I was missing the cuddles from Ridan. during my periods, Ridan gives me so many cuddles. He doesn't understand anything. He just knows that mama is sad or mama is going through so much of emotional turmoil. And during during this period, last time I was in an ashram, and I was feeling lost. There was nobody to take care of me, and I was all alone going through my emotional turmoils. And I was missing my Ridan a lot at that time. Yeah. So, but yes, this is what there should be always a give and take between relationship. Point four. Any questions till now? Or should I move on with point four? Point four, rightful placement in the family or hierarchy. Okay. Masculine and feminine, जहाँ पे है, partners है, husbands. Okay, Bipasha. Okay, good. Okay, masculine, feminine जहाँ पे है, partners है, जहाँ पे. So वहां पे the man is always on the right. बोलते हैं कि इवन सिटिंग के अरेंजमेंट में भी, डाइनिंग टेबल्स में भी, और कहीं पे भी आप लोग खड़े भी हो ना, इफ यू आर स्टैंडिंग विथ ईच अदर, मेक श्योर द मैन इज ऑलवेज ऑन योर राइट. ओके. एंड द विमेन इज ऑन द लेफ्ट. ओके. इन सब चीजों से क्या होता है, दैट दैट द बैलेंस बना रहता है, एनर्जीज में भी बैलेंस बना रहता है. ओके. एंड इवन इवन इन नॉट जस्ट मैस्कुलिन फेमिनिन, अगर आपकी सिबलिंग्स है ना, इफ यू हैव सिबलिंग्स, ओके, द सिबलिंग्स में भी you will see that the senior sibling will always be on the right. जो बड़ा या बड़ी होगी, बहन या भाई, वो हमेशा पहले राइट में होगा. उस राइट के इस लेफ्ट वाले कंधे में छोटा वाला होगा. अब फैमिली कॉन्स्टलेशन में हम लोग कभी कभी ड्राइंग करते हैं. ड्राइंग करने के टाइम में भी हमेशा men masculine somewhere, he has to be on the right, the partner, and the female partner has to be on the left. And again for सिबलिंग, समझ में आया कैसे होता है? सो बैठने के टाइम में भी बोलते हैं कि अगर ऐसे बैठा जाए तो एनर्जीज बहुत जगह में सेटल हो जाते हैं. ओके. And men and women are complementary and equal. Okay. Here men and women are complementary and equal. So sometimes what happens is that in a family constellation, हमें हमेशा लगता है even if the masculine is on the right and the feminine is on the left, it doesn't mean the masculine is above the feminine. ओके. तो ये गलत मत समझ लेना. इसी वजह से nowadays what happens, women don't take crap from men anymore. वो जाती है, वो देखती है कि उसका एनवायरनमेंट नहीं, उसका 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 जो पार्टनर है उसको भाव नहीं दे रहा है, उसको उसको रेस्पेक्ट नहीं दे रहा है. she just leaves because she will not, she has decided that she will never be with such a person ever again. Okay. So this is what happens. अगर उसको समझ में नहीं, आपने there has been this research जहाँ पे बोलते हैं कि that by 2040, okay, by 2040, most of the women will stay unmarried or without partners by 2040, because आजकल women को सब कुछ मिल जाता है. ओके. और मिलने के बाद उसको अगर सब कुछ वो खुद ही, शी सो सेल्फ सफिशिएंट, शी फील सो होल ऑन हर ओन, शी गोज टू दैट पार्टनर विद विश दैट शी जस्ट गेट्स लव एंड रेस्पेक्ट एंड केयर एंड द काइंड ऑफ सर्विंग दैट द एनर्जी डिमांड्स, बट शी डजंट रिसीव एनीथिंग. तो उसको क्या जरूरत, वो खुद ही अपने आप में होल फील कर सकती है. एंड दैट्स व्हाई मेनी women are opting up to stay single. ओके. सो फॉर दैट इट इज, अभी ज्यादा तो मेन नहीं है यहाँ पे, क्या करूं. बट इफ men are listening, some of the men, they also listen to my YouTube channel, then please make sure you buck up. Otherwise you are going to lose your women. Okay. Okay. So any questions? Otherwise we will go for a process. Okay. Process के पहले भी I'll give some or give now I want impressions. इससे आपको क्या क्या समझ में आया है? सबसे मैं एक लाइन सुनना चाहती हूँ, क्या क्या समझ में आया है सबको? अभिलाषा.
मुझे तो बस यही समझ में आया कि लव योरसेल्फ एंड लव एवरीवन, एटलीस्ट ट्राई।
Yeah, bring the back. Love is the only mantra, friends. Even if even if you don't like what is happening to you, somebody is disrespecting you, whatever is happening, you can just move away from the person, but you can still keep love for the person, you know? Uh, yeah, okay. Joita, are you there?
Ah,
What is your takeaway? What is your takeaway?
no, actually, Sanjukta, actually, I am in road in car. Actually, I'm like listening to you. So that is why. তো আমি তোমাকে পরে বলছি
Okay,
এখন
okay,
মানে
okay, okay.
একটু
Yes, I
আমি
got
বাইরে
it.
আমি
I
তোমার
got it.
শুনছি
Yeah, yeah.
no
Anyways, hmm.
I'm listening your whole session but
Okay, okay. I
ঠিক
know
আছে
you
আমি একটু
told me
পরে
also, Sanjukta, I don't want to speak too much sometimes in the group. So I got it. I'll get to know when we speak one on one. Momita.
Yeah, compassion, love and compassion towards, love and compassion, to feel love and compassion towards, compassionate towards oneself as well as towards those family members whom you have not, whom you do not respect or feel love for them at all.
Otherwise, see, it is going to come back to you. You know, any energy we reject, it comes back to us many folds in the form of suffering. Okay? Vipasha, what is your takeaway?
আমার কাছে মনে হচ্ছে দিদি যে একসেপ্ট করা শিখতে হবে, যে যেরকম তাকে সেভাবে একসেপ্ট করতে হবে। বাট সমস্যা হচ্ছে ইজি, মানে চিন্তা করতেছি হ্যাঁ করব, বাট কিছু কিছু জায়গা জানে ইগো মনে হয় বেশি হয়ে গেছে আমার, নাহলে কিছু একটা হয়েছে যেটা এখনো বাধা দিচ্ছে যে
Hmm. Hmm.
একটু সময় লাগবে। বাট এটাই বুঝছি যে একসেপ্ট করতে হবে, যে যেরকম তাকে সেভাবে একসেপ্ট করতে হবে। ভালোবাসতে পারবো কিনা জানি না, বাট একসেপ্ট করতে হবে।
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Acceptance. Yeah, yeah.
কারণ
Okay.
সবাই কিছু জায়গায়
Voice crack করছে বিপাশা।
উম, ভালোবাসাটা মনে হয় কি যে অর্থহীন, মানে বললাম যে কিছু জায়গায় মনে হচ্ছে যে কিছু জায়গা একসেপ্ট করো, কিন্তু আমি ভালোবাসতে পারবো কিনা সেটা জানি না। চেষ্টা করতে
হুম
পারি বাট বলতে পারবো না, কারণ হচ্ছে কিছু জায়গায় ভালোবাসাটা দেওয়াটা মনে হচ্ছে ওয়েস্ট, মানে বুঝবে না জিনিসটা।
হুম হুম
চেষ্টা
হুম
করছি বাট হচ্ছে না। তো একসেপ্ট করো আর ওকে নর্মালি যেভাবে আছে সেভাবে চলতে দাও।
হুম
ওর সাথে আমার কাছে
হুম
এটা মনে হয়েছে।
হুম okay 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 yes yes finally it is like the end goal is to accept everybody. You might not want to stay with that person, or the person has given so much pain that even if you want to stay with that person, you can it's not possible after the pain you have received. But just send love, say goodbye, but still accept. Okay?
ওটাই একসেপ্ট করা, আমি এখন চেষ্টা করবো হার্ড অ্যান্ড সোল একসেপ্ট করার। এই সেশনে আমার যেটা মনে হয়েছে যে আমি এই জিনিসগুলো আমার লাইফে চাই না, আমি
Mm,
কোনো নেগেটিভ এনার্জি নিয়ে আসতে চাই। কারণ আমার আশেপাশে যে বললাম না, বাচ্চার উপর ইফেক্ট হয়, হাজবেন্ডের উপর ইফেক্ট হয়, আমি
mm,
কোনোভাবেই চাই না যেটা আমার ফ্যামিলি লাইফ, আমার পার্সোনাল লাইফকে ইফেক্ট করুক। তো আমি একসেপ্ট
mm,
করব, আমি 100% চেষ্টা করবো একসেপ্ট করতে, বাট এরপরে জানি না, মানে
mm,
আমি চাই না নেগেটিভ জিনিস আসুক, সব পজিটিভ জিনিস চাই আমি। So আমি
mm,
এখন থেকে ট্রাই করবো 100%।
mm, mm. And my cousin Fuldi, she has also typed something, and it is true. I understand, Fuldi, what you're saying, and understood, but find difficult at times when it's beyond our tolerance. It is so true. It is so difficult to sometimes accept, when someone has given you so much pain, and you have it has crossed your tolerance. It is difficult to accept, but that's when the meditation comes. Detachment is such a beautiful policy. For the detachment, praying to be detached, that is the biggest power we have, friends. That is the biggest power. Fuldi, the more we, a person, we are so wise. See, even me, you might be finding me so wise, yeah, at times. But the same person, me, when I'm attached to somebody, I will behave erratically. Because, at that time, logic and all these things doesn't work, and you feel that's why you should meditate, that cut off, let me cut off from all the attachments. Okay, and you can still, it is called, you can still be in that, in the energy of that person, and in the family or wherever you are. But the more you become detached, and it doesn't happen in a day. The every day you meditate for detachment, especially the person who is making you suffer. You should surely meditate every day for a detachment. Okay, help me get detached from that person. In a way, you will see you are actually benefiting the person. Otherwise क्या होता है, तुम कुत्ते बिल्ली का झगड़ा होता रहता है दोनों में. जब तुम डिटैच्ड हो जाते हो ना, तुम इतने वो कूल हो जाते हो कि झगड़ा नहीं, कुछ नहीं, अपने लाइफ में मस्त, वो अपने लाइफ में मस्त, कुछ भी करे, हम तुमको क्या.
একটা কোশ্চিন আছে এখানে, তুমি যে বললে যে মেডিটেশন করতে, মানে ধরো আমার আমার মাইন্ডে একটা পার্সন আছে, আমি যার সাথে এই জিনিসটা ফেস করতেছি, তো
হ্যাঁ,
তাকে কি মনে করে কিভাবে মেডিটেশন করবো? তাকে কি মনে করে মেডিটেশন করব, নাকি ভাববো যে যে সিচুয়েশন ক্রিয়েট হয়েছে সেটা মানে ওভারকাম হয়ে
রিসলভ, sometimes we surrender. আমরা যখন মেডিটেট করি, ব্রেথ করতে করতে, ফাইনালি we go into emptiness. Sometimes
হুম
I surrender. I sometimes say, please, in that emptiness, I say, emptiness এ গিয়ে আমি জাস্ট একটা ইন্টেন্ট রাখি যে I surrender this problem, or I surrender this attachment. Please detach me from this person.
ডিটাচমেন্ট মানে ধরো দিদি, তাহলে আমি ওকে কিভাবে একসেপ্ট করলাম? মানে তাহলে আমি কি তাকে আমার মানে মন থেকে বের করে দিলাম, না কি মানে
না, মানে তুমি মন
করলাম?
থেকে না, ডিট্যাচমেন্ট ইজ নট কি মন থেকে পুরোপুরি. What happens is that, what happens is you will still, you should have love for everybody, right? You will, that love will
ইয়েস.
still be there for that person as well, because love is the basis of a soul. A soul will feel love for everybody if it is a pure soul, but it is no longer attached. That attached ke wo kuch bhi karta hai, tum affected ho jate ho.
ওকে, আই আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ড নাও.
Okay.
আই আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ড. ওকে.
Okay, so now I will so okay, so now yes, now I'll tell you about another concept of parents. Okay, parents and the so Bhavani was supposed to join. She had a question about this. I will send her the YouTube link. That parents, there is the relation between parents and us is like they will always be big. We can never become bigger than them. Okay, so the thing is that ज्यादातर टाइम क्या होता है, या तो हम बड़े हो जाते हैं, या तो हम बहुत ज्यादा कमाई कर लेते हैं, अर्न कर लेते हैं, अपने आप को बहुत महान समझ लेते हैं. एक टाइम के बाद ना, हम अपने पेरेंट्स को अपने नीचे समझते हैं. हम देखना, हम फिर उनको कभी कभी डांटने लगते हैं. मैं भी करती हूँ, मैं भी करती हूँ. बट आई ऑलवेज फील कि मैं डांटने के टाइम में भी मैं अपने आप को याद रखूं कि वो मेरे ऊपर है, बिकॉज मेरे मम्मी पापा ना कभी कभी करते हैं कुछ जिसमें ना मुझे कभी कभी डांट लगाना पड़ता है उनको. बट अगेन आई रिमाइंड माई सेल्फ दैट फिर भी मैं उनके नीचे ही रहूंगी, मैं उनके ऊपर कभी नहीं जा सकती. दिस इज ऑल्सो द साइंस ऑफ फैमिली कॉन्स्टलेशन. ओके, मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम कभी कभी क्या होता है, our parents have hurt us in the past or during childhood. तो कभी कभी हम ना एरोगेंस में अपने आप को, फाइनली हमें कोई नहीं चाहिए, पेरेंट्स भी नहीं चाहिए, उसमें उसमें भी समटाइम्स वी गो अबव द पेरेंट. ओके, पेरेंट्स से ऊपर जाओगे या पेरेंट्स से पंगा होगा, तो अपने पर्सनल लाइफ में भी बहुत पंगे होंगे फ्रेंड्स. रिमेंबर, इफ यू हैव इश्यूज, वन ऑन वन रीच आउट टू मी. सो मदर के साथ पंगा होगा तो इंटरनल लाइफ में बहुत पंगा होगा. मेडिटेशन बहुत लोग कर नहीं पाते हैं. Many people want to meditate for long hours, they cannot meditate because mother के साथ पंगा है. internal problems बहुत होते हैं, inside वाला. एक्सटर्नल प्रॉब्लम्स, पापा के साथ अगर पंगा हुआ, एक्सटर्नल वर्ल्ड में लोगों के साथ पंगा होगा, जॉब में, इन सब चीजों में पंगा होगा. Okay, that's why we should heal our relationship with our parents, and they are always above us, they cannot be below us. Okay, and another thing is that और एक चीज हम लोग जो करते हैं कि हम लोग जैसे आई शी वाज आस्किंग भावनी के इट इज माय रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी टू टेक केयर ऑफ माय पेरेंट्स. ओके, it is not. Now understand, according to family constellation, it is not your responsibility to take care of your parents. You might think, what is she saying? According to family constellation, it is the parents responsibility to take care of the kids. वो किड्स बड़े होके उनका रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी होता है टू टेक केयर ऑफ देयर ओन किड्स और द प्रोजेक्ट्स. इफ दे डोंट हैव एनी किड्स ऑफ देयर ओन, their responsibility is of the projects that they are taking care of in their personal life. But it is not the other way around. It is not the kid's responsibility to take care of the parents. The kid can take care of the parent out of love, but according to the energies, it is not her responsibility. बहुत टाइम में ज्यादातर पंगे लोगों के लाइफ में इसीलिए होता है कि क्योंकि किड्स को लगता है कि मुझे अपने पेरेंट्स को मेरा रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है पेरेंट्स को देखभाल करना. तो क्या करते हैं, कभी कभी वो अपने शादीशुदा जिंदगी भी तबाह कर देते हैं इन सब चीजों के लिए, क्योंकि वो पीछे जा रहे हैं. उनका रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी अपने लाइफ को आगे बढ़ाना है. पेरेंट्स का है कि उनको टेक केयर करना है, ब्लेसिंग्स देना है, एवरीथिंग. बट इन सब चीजों में क्या होता है, पंगे अपने मैरिटल लाइफ या फिर पार्टनर्स के लाइफ में पंगे होने लगते हैं. ओके, अनदर थिंग व्हाट हैपेंस इज दैट कभी कभी नॉट जस्ट दैट, मम्मी पापा का प्रॉब्लम भी हम ले लेते हैं. if my father was not a very ये मैंने पहले भी बोला, if my father was not a very was a healthy person, example, I will take responsibility that papa you have suffered out of, these are called unconscious loyalty in family constellation. Papa you have suffered, so I will also suffer. ओके, दिस इज हाउ वी और नॉर्मली क्या होता है, एक पेरेंट कभी नहीं चाहेगा उसका बच्चा सफर करे, लेकिन अनकॉन्शियसली हम लोग बहुत सारे ऐसे चीज करते हैं जहां पे हम बोलते हैं कि आपने सफर किया तो मैं भी, आपके पास पैसे नहीं थे पापा, मेरे पास भी नहीं होगा. दिस इज व्हाट वी डू. बिलीव मी, दिस इज व्हाट वी डू ड्यूरिंग दोस कोर्सेज. कितने सारे लोग दे हैव कम अप विद ऑल दीज थिंग्स saying कि मेरे साथ हुआ है, मेरे साथ हुआ है, मेरे हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू एग्री? गिव मी अ थम्स अप इफ यू एग्री विद इट. You don't? But when we do a process, we will understand, okay, कि कैसे हमारा बहुत सारे चीज हम unconsciously अपने parents से लेते हैं. Okay, I'm not saying that you will not take care of your parents. You can take yes, Momita. I'm not saying that you can you will not take care of your parents, but you will make sure that you don't think it that ये मेरा responsibility है, मुझे उनको देखभाल करना ही है. Hello, Michuti. So happy to see you. Yeah. So we will do a process. I'm so blessed today. My another very, very, very dear cousin has joined for the first time. I can see her now. So I am not being able to focus in my process now. Okay. Okay, so today we are going to do a father-mother process. Okay. I'll just stop the